Okay, now I'm going to take just a little bit of time to talk about some valuable rituals that you can incorporate into your daily routine that literally will only take you a couple of minutes, but can be so empowering. So, when you understand how the mind works, now there are these periods of time where we are naturally in a heightened state of suggestibility. So, right in the morning, as you're waking up, that first 15 minutes where you're sort of coming to, so to speak, you are in a heightened state of suggestibility. And for that first hour or so of your day, it's a great time to really maximize some mental muscle techniques. So, one of the things that I'm going to encourage you to do first and foremost is to really set a very clear intention for your day. So, for me, when my eyes open, I get my bearings, I remember what day it is. That helps me to process what are my priorities for the day. And I want to, at that point, set some very empowering intentions for myself. How do I want to feel today? I want to be productive. I want today to be a profitable day. I want to feel a sense of alignment as I'm going through my day. If I know there are specific things that I'm going to be doing that day that maybe are a little bit out of my ordinary routine. So, for instance, if I have a day with clients scheduled and maybe I'm going to be recording some podcasts, maybe I have a few different marketing tasks on my to-do list for that day, I'm pretty confident in those things. But now let's just say that I was doing something that I don't normally do. Maybe I am going to be interviewed on a TV show, or I'm going to be doing a big presentation to a new audience that I have not previously spoken to before. This is one of those opportunities where we really want to create in our mind the visual, the feeling of how we want to flow through that experience in a positive, empowering way. Okay. So when we don't use intention, then any of our unaddressed, unresolved fears, doubts, insecurities will automatically just run the show. So, for instance, if you've got one of those big things going on, you don't feel particularly confident, you have not created in your mind the image and the feeling and the expectation of yourself going through that with that level of confidence and success that you want. Well, can you see how then your mind is going to keep pulling you in that negative way? So we have to create the mental images, those feelings of how we want to experience our day and the things that we are going to be accomplishing that day. Now, this literally only has to take a couple of minutes. So again, if you are still laying in bed, just take 1, 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever feels right or good for you, and just process through, how is today going to flow? How do I want to feel? How do I want to feel as I go through my day? Do I want to feel energized? I want to feel clear. I want to feel focused. I want to feel highly productive, and start to create the mental conditioning that supports that. The more positive emotions that you can get flowing, the better. It really does set the tone for how you're going to move into your day. Now, if you're the type of person who loves to jump right out of bed and you're thinking to yourself, well, that doesn't really work for me, find what does work for you. We want to set you up to win, okay? Unlike other coaches and gurus and things like that who are trying to make you fit into this mold, like the round peg in the square hole. We don't want to do this. We want you to thrive in your life, and we want to really embrace what makes you uniquely you, what works well for you. And, so find ways that work for you. It might be go get your morning cup of coffee, sit down as you're drinking your coffee, then you're doing your exercise. Okay. Now, this is obviously an empowering process to use throughout the day as well, but I'm only asking you to commit to just doing this in the morning. If you want to do it more often, wonderful. Okay. But throughout this program, and hopefully something that you'll carry far beyond going through the Money Mindset Intensive, to give yourself those powerful morning minutes. Now, the other thing that I'm going to ask you to incorporate into your routine is a nighttime ritual. So just like we have that golden window in the morning where we're in a heightened state of suggestibility, we also have that at night. Okay. So about 30 minutes or so before you go to bed, as part of your normal ritual, right? All devices should be shut off. We know that that messes with your brain and your ability to sleep. So we want to make sure all that stuff is done for the day. But some point before you go to sleep, hopefully on your notebook, I've mentioned it multiple times. I really hope you have a notebook devoted to this program, or if you have a separate notebook on your nightstand that is just for the nighttime exercise, that's fine too. But we want to spend a couple of minutes, maybe 2, 5 tops, okay? And I want you to write down all of the abundance evidence you have in your life, okay? Now, that could be anything and everything that you can think of that you appreciate in your life, okay? So, do you have a nice home? Even if it's not the greatest home, at least you have a home, okay? That's evidence of abundance. Do you have some money in the bank? Okay, acknowledge that, appreciate it. Maybe it's not as much as you'd like, but it certainly is better than having less, right? So we're acknowledging all of the evidence in our life of all of the abundance that we have already created. Get that flowing, okay? And not just about money. This is about family, relationships, new opportunities that are coming to you. So for instance, for me, when new opportunities are coming to me, I get invited into a high-level mastermind group with a group of amazing powerhouse entrepreneurs. That's something I'm going to write on there, right? That is evidence of the abundance that I'm manifesting in my life. So you should have a nice long list, just kind of like the brain dump, right? But this time we're really doing it in a very positive way. So what are all of those things that you have in your life that really are evidence of abundance, evidence of things working out for you? Okay. New client, new business partner, whatever it may be, everything. And even if it's from last week, but it's still kind of new in your world, or it's something that you're actively engaged in. So I got invited to contribute a chapter to a book by somebody who is known for creating USA best-selling books. Great opportunity, right? Do I know if there's going to be a direct correlation to money from that opportunity? I do not. But to me, that is absolutely evidence of abundance in my life. So I write it down. And then the other piece of that is write down some of your goals, okay? Now, if you only have one financial goal that you're really striving for, that's fine. Write it down, okay? If you have a 1, a 3, and a 5-year financial goal, write it down. Remember, it's your prerogative that those goals can change, but there's power in writing those goals down consistently every single day. And remember, when you're writing your goals down, to state it in the positive.